Welcome to Education Today. I'm Chris Garatano with the Armstrong School District. Today we're going to bring many of our district student athletes on to talk about their teams and accomplishments and the challenges of being student athletes. Tonight will be part 2 of a 2-part episode featuring our student athletes. Tonight we'll be talking to student athletes from Katanning Senior High School. Unfortunately, we were unable to secure student athletes from Elderton High School in time for this taping. However, we would like to congratulate the Lady Bobcat volleyball team on a tremendous season. On to our Wildcat student athletes. Welcome to Education Today, guys. Would you please introduce yourselves for our viewers at home and what sports you play and what year you are in school?
I'm Elliot Rush, and I play basketball for Katanning High School, and I'm a senior.
I'm Tyler Lambert. I play basketball, and I'm a senior also.
Okay. Now, let's start with talking about some of the things that maybe you guys struggled with last season that you think you might be trying to improve on for this year.
I'd say a lot of ball movement would be a lot better for this year. We have a lot of really tall guys, and we're really quick, very athletic, so a lot of ball movement should be better this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're a lot faster this year than last year. We're going to try and run the floor, try and speed up the tempo and everything.
Okay. Now, do you think that playing this sport now will help benefit you at all, in the future?
Yeah, I think it will. It definitely teaches teamwork and possibly leadership if you're a team leader and stuff like that, and that can really help you once you get older.
All right. Now, let's move on to at least last season. You guys didn't play in the fall, or obviously didn't have fall sports, but last season, how did you guys fare individually last season?
We did pretty good, but there's definitely a lot of room for improvement, and we plan to do a lot better this year.
Okay. Anything, Ty?
We're going to be a lot better this year. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. We're kind of like the underdogs this year. We don't really have anything in the papers or anything about us. Every other school basically is in the papers right now, but we're going to definitely show people that they need to put us in the papers.
All right, maybe sneak up on some of your opponents in this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once you guys are both seniors this year, so once you graduate, do you guys plan to go on and try to play basketball in college or even intramurals or anything like that, or any other sport?
I definitely plan on playing basketball, maybe not for the school itself, but I definitely love the sport, and I'd love to keep playing it throughout my life.
Okay.
I'm definitely thinking about playing ball in college. Hopefully I'll get some looks this year because it's my senior year, and so they're allowed to talk to you when you're a senior. So
okay.
So that'll be good.
All right. Okay. Now, this show's airing kind of like right in the middle of the sports season. You guys will be about a month in. Of course, we do our shows tape delayed. We're filming right now at the beginning of December. You guys, by the time this airs, it'll be middle of January. But as of right now, what are some of the expectations for not only yourself but for the team coming into this year?
I expect us to do pretty good. Definitely above 500 season. Hopefully make the playoffs and prove to some people that we're the real deal.
Okay.
With our height advantage this year, it's going to be a lot easier, and I think we're going to be a lot better. And a lot of us are high flyers. We can actually dunk this year and get a lot of rebounds for us, and we got some pretty darn good athletes out there. A lot of scoring should be going on.
Okay.
Some big guys inside. So,
is there any goals that you guys have set for yourselves individually, whether it's a certain number of assists you want to have a game or anything like that?
Not so much. I mean, I plan to hit the outside shot a lot this year. That's going to kind of be my go-to because I'm sort of shorter and I can't really go inside. So that's going to be what I'm working on best. So hopefully I can get that down.
Okay.
I like to be an all-around player. Definitely a lot of assists, rebounds, some double digits, and a couple steals, average a game. So it'd be nice. That's what I'd like to do.
Okay. Now, Ty, are you working as more of an inside guy, or are you like a 3-guard, or where do you have this? Well,
really, I'm only a guard, and I'm at like 6'3", so it should be a lot of help. And Sterling at 6'4", and he's the other guard, so
So, I mean, you have guards out there that are that tall. Shows a lot for what you guys have going on inside then, too.
I think there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to be intimidated about us this year. They're going to look at us and be like, wow, they're tall, you know.
All right. And are you mostly just point guard, or?
I can run point and I can run the off guard too. My dribbling's gotten a lot better, so I can definitely run point if they need me to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can pretty much do both.
Okay. Well, let's step just slightly away from the sports for a second here. What's it like being a student athlete, and what kind of challenges do you face being a student athlete?
Well, there's definitely not a lot of time for other things because you got school all day, and then after school you got practice for a good 2 hours. But it's definitely worth it. It's a lot of fun, and I don't regret it at all.
Okay. Anything to add to that, Ty?
Pretty much what Elliot said. It's a really good decision to do, so, and it's very athletic sport. That's good.
All right. Now, what is your favorite part about high school, and what is your favorite part about being involved with your respective sports teams?
My favorite part about being in high school is not really having any responsibilities yet. Like, I just go to school, and that's basically all my responsibilities are, keeping my grades up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to worry about anything else, and that's what I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that we're a team, and you know, I love our team. It's like a family, so that's what, you know, our coach always says. We come first. We're family, you know, so it's good.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys wanted to add for the benefit of the viewers, either sports or, you know, what kind of things you guys involved with at school?
Not really.
All right. Well, like I said, we'll be airing this about middle of your season. Hopefully by then we'll have a pretty good indication how well you guys are doing. But good luck finishing out the season, and good luck going in through graduation the rest of this year.
All right,
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Now, thank you very much. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with more of Armstrong School District's Education Today. Stick around.
Before I came to IUP, I had no idea what college would be like, or what role I would play, or where I'd be in the future. But when I came to IUP, everything changed. I met people who really made me feel like I belonged. I had great classes at a great nationally ranked university. Hi, my name is Megan Miller. I'm a fine arts major, and this is my university.
Welcome back to Education Today. Tonight we're talking with student athletes from Katanning High School. We have another segment of students with us, so could you please introduce yourself for our viewers, what year you are in school, and what sport or sports that you play?
My name is Ashlyn Bashline. I am a junior at Katanning High School, and I played volleyball for 5 years. This is my second year in cross country, and this is my will be my second year in track.
Okay. Let's start with talking about how this year's season went. Now, I guess, in the past you played volleyball in the fall, and this year you ran cross country?
Right.
Okay, so let's, I guess, go into cross country then, and how did the season go?
It went really well. Our number one runner, David DeVivio, was really good. He was top notch. It's kind of sad. He's a senior. He's leaving this year. But I'm pretty sure our underclassmen will definitely kick it up and step up, take his spot.
Okay. Are there any specific highlights from the season?
Honestly, I think the fact that everyone did their best this year is probably the number one highlight. Cross country is not an easy sport. Mm-hmm. Running 3 miles, for 15 minutes straight is definitely not, grade A easy. So I think the fact that everyone made it through all 3 miles is probably the best highlight.
Okay. Now, can you make any connection, like after graduation? You're a junior this year?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any connection you can make as life moves on, maybe even after graduation, where you think this sport might benefit you in the future?
Not really. I plan on being in the medical field, so I'm not going to be doing, 5 miles a day anymore. But stay in shape, maybe not get me to stay on the couch, watch TV, and eat potato chips all my life.
Now, how did you fare personally this year?
This year was a bad year for me. I started out halfway through the season, which was bad. I also got injured my freshman year when I did cross country, and that reoccurred, so then I was out for another part of the season. So my part of the season was not particularly good, but I definitely tried to push myself a lot more than I did before, so I mean, it wasn't too bad.
Okay. Now, after high school graduation, do you plan to continue running at all in college, either at an intramural level or for college or anything like that?
Not cross country particularly. I do want to do track in college, so I mean, continue that much. So.
Okay. Now, you're not participating in a winter sport this year, right? But you'll be participating in a spring sport,
right,
which is track and field.
Right.
Okay. So, what are your expectations for yourself and also for the team?
Myself this year, I want to definitely get better timing. I definitely want to ace my hurdles this year. I also want to definitely get into WIUP and hopefully go to states maybe.
Okay. Now for a second, we're going to step away from the sports side of it and talk a little bit about what it's like being a student athlete and what kind of challenges you face being a student athlete.
The challenges I face are going to work and having sports. At the beginning of the year, I did have 2 jobs in sports and school, so it was really tough finding time to do my studies as well, earn money, and still have time to practice or run for my sports. So the main thing is keeping my grades up was definitely difficult. One night I accidentally slipped. I let some stuff go, and I noticed my grades dropped. And I realized I can't have 2 jobs in a sport and school, so definitely timing is definitely something I have to work on.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah, balancing out a lot of different things there, and it's not like any of them are not important either. So.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about being in high school, and also what's your favorite part about being involved with your sports teams?
My favorite part about high school is probably just being with friends, like for 8 hours of the day instead of being with my parents for 8 hours a day, because that gets really boring.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And favorite part in sports is probably whenever you finish, knowing that you finished and you did well, and beating your best personal time is also my favorite part, because then it's like you accomplished something not only for your team, but you also did it for yourself.
Right.
So that's another good part about it.
Okay. Is there anything else that you wanted to add for for our viewers at home?
Not really. Just get out and play once in a while. Don't just sit on the couch. Have some fun. Throw the ball once in a while.
Okay. Well, I wish you luck on your upcoming sports season then in the spring. We're going to take one more short break, and we'll be right back with 2 more of our student athletes from Katanning High School. Stick around.
Before I came to IUP, I had no idea what college would be like or what role I would play or where I'd be in the future. But when I came to IUP, everything changed. I met people who really made me feel like I belonged. I had great classes at a great nationally ranked university. Hi, my name's Megan Miller. I'm a fine arts major, and this is my university.
Welcome back to Education Today. We have 2 more of our student athletes from Katanning High School joining us now. Guys, would you please introduce yourselves, the year you are, and what sport you're involved in?
I'm Matt Janowski. I'm a senior. I am actively involved in soccer throughout the year, and I'm also on the track and field team.
I'm Hunter Bear. I'm a junior. I play soccer and tennis.
Okay. Let's start with talking about how this past year's season went. You guys both played soccer in the fall, so maybe how did your team fare during the season?
Well, this season it was pretty difficult. We had Hampton, the state champs, in our section. We're in one of the tougher sections. We always produce a state champion teams, like between Knock and Hampton. We had 4 wins, which we're definitely aiming for more than that. We have a lot of improvement, but we think we'll be able to get there eventually.
It was definitely a tough season, but compared to last year, we definitely improved in regards to chemistry, it seems, between most of our top forwards and all that. But we definitely improved compared to last year. Our defense was a little bit more solid. We improved on our flat back four formation. We got a lot more offsides than we did. Some of the stuff didn't go our way, it seems.
Well, that being said, are there any highlights from the season you can maybe pick out?
Oh yeah, one highlight would definitely be our win over West Shamokin. I had the tying goal in that game, and Patrick Weber won the game in overtime. And then there were some squabbles in that game and a little bit of brawling, but not too bad.
Yep.
So for you, is that a little bit of a rivalry game then when you guys play West Shamokin?
Definitely is.
Okay. Now, how did you guys fare individually in the sports this year?
Well, for me, it was hard because last track and field season, I hurt my knee like the last couple weeks of the season. So having to play with a hurt knee was a little bit of a struggle for me. But luckily, for the first home game, I believe I was able to work off my brace enough. I've got somewhat back into shape, but it's been a long road for me. So pretty difficult.
My season was rather disappointing. I definitely wanted more goals, and it just seemed I was in a slump from about the season started until a couple weeks before it ended, and then I was really at my best, I thought.
That's good. Now, let's think ahead here for you guys for just a second. Once you graduate, do you think that this sport will benefit you in the future?
Definitely. It helped me a lot with my experience with leadership, being that I got to be the JV captain for most of the games, and it definitely taught me a lot about determination, motivation, being able to be a team player and interact with people a lot better.
Yeah, I could see it benefiting me in maybe coaching job somewhere at a high school or a club team. I'd really like that. I think I could definitely coach somewhere so I could have a job possibility, and it helped me with my overall fitness and work ethic.
Okay. Now, do either of you guys plan to continue to play soccer at least once you move on, and whether you play in college or in an intramural level or anything like that?
Yeah, I'd like to get on an intramural team. Even if I don't make like the college soccer team, I'd like to stay actively involved in it. It's a sport I've grown very fond of, and I'd like to keep active in some ways. So that's definitely a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll play in college. My coach is in contact with a couple of the local colleges like Penn Ken and La Roche, and he was talking to those colleges for me, so hopefully I can get on one of those teams.
Okay. Well, good luck for both of you guys trying to move on then in your sports. Now let's move on just for a second. At least one of you guys are playing in spring sports, I guess, this year. But what are the expectations, I guess, for both yourself and your teams when you move on to these spring sports?
Definitely with the track and field team, we hope to improve a lot more. We did do very well against most of the teams we played, and we did produce some qualifiers from both track and field. So we're hoping to continue that stride and also do a lot better, as with any team would hope to do. So.
Okay.
Tennis, we'd like a couple more wins. We only had one team win last year, and it was still in default, like they had to drop a game, so we got kind of lucky there. That's what we're expecting this year for tennis.
Okay. Anything individual you guys are hoping to accomplish in your sports this year?
With track and field, being it was my first year last year, I'd gradually like to improve. I wasn't too strong with javelin, and since I hurt my knee, I don't know how much I'm going to look forward to going back to it, but just another obstacle I have to overcome, and I hope to improve in everything I do. So.
Yeah, in tennis, I definitely want to improve on my forehand. I think my backhand is where it needs to be for now, but definitely improve on my forehand.
Okay. Let's step away from the sports just for a second, like we did with the other guests, and talk about what it's like being a student athlete and the kind of challenges you face being a student athlete.
As with being any student athlete, there's always the conflict between schoolwork and balancing your sports. So that's one thing I always come into contact with, being having soccer practice and being in classes. You have to deal with big projects and stuff. So that's a constant battle for me, and that's really the only challenge I face with being a student athlete.
Yeah, it is tough to be a student athlete sometimes. You don't always have to balance your work. Like, you might not be able to get a amount of work done that you needed to, but you find a way to make it work eventually.
Okay. Now, what is your favorite parts about not only high school, but also being involved in sports in high school?
Playing the sport is basically the thing I enjoy most about it. You gotta have a love for the game, otherwise why are you playing the sport? And with high school, the thing I enjoy most is just hanging out with my friends, being able to, go to different social events and just the overall experience. I mean, you're supposed to enjoy high school, so enjoy it any way you can.
Right.
Yeah, with soccer, I really love the game, and I watch soccer all the time, and I'm always trying to get better, practicing with the ball at my house and everything. And team bonding is always fun, and it keeps me fit. But the thing I like most about high school is probably seeing my friends on a day-to-day basis and just being able to keep up with them.
Okay. Now, is there anything else that you guys want to add for the benefit of our viewers at home, or anything else we didn't cover?
No, that's it.
Oh.
Okay, well, as I did with the other guests, then I wish you guys luck as you move forward through the winter and into the spring seasons that you guys have this year. Hopefully, you'll accomplish some of these goals you guys set out, and we'll be able to have a nice season for you guys. So, good luck with all that.
Okay,
Thanks.
All right, thanks for being on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's our show for today. I'd like to thank our student-athlete guests from Katanning High School. We had 5 of them here today. Again, would like to make sure that we do acknowledge we are unable to plan or contribute to having Ellerton High School down with us today because of some scheduling conflicts, but I do, again, want to make sure that we at least recognize the fact that the Ellerton Bobcats volleyball team had a very good season this year. So definitely wanted to recognize that. I'd also like to thank our teachers in the district for allowing their students out of classes today in order to be involved with our show today. I'd also like to thank the TV production students of Katanning High School led by their teacher, Mr. Don Swanson. They were our film crew for today. DVD copies of this and all Education Today programming can be purchased and by contacting myself at Katanning Junior High School. All episodes are available through DVDs for a very small fee. And again, I'd like to thank all of our crew and our guests for being here today. Please join us again next week for another look at the Armstrong School District. Visit our website for information and news about the district, and have a great week.